Hi friends, how you doing? Good to see you, and I want to say a big thank you to all of you who joined me and Fred Hirsch yesterday. That was a really special concert, and I was really pleased that so many of you chose to join us. um, Hi to Frank Geyer, hi to Daniele Pralong, hi to John Rogers. Hi John. John's a great photographer. Took pictures of me with Paul Motion. Hi Marlia, hi Silvano, hi Joyce, hi Grace, hi Jen, hi Molly. Um, Thank you for your kind words about the concert with Fred Hirsch. Really appreciate it. Hi Jean-Paul, who's in Winnipeg, minus 27 degrees right now. Oh my God, that sounds insane. We have this beautiful winter wonderland here in Brooklyn right now. Everything's covered in snow, but it's not that cold. I actually went for an hour-long run yesterday in the park. They'd cleared the road, but everything was covered in snow. It was so beautiful. Hi, Michael Winther, who's a really wonderful Broadway singer. Um, Thank you for coming to the show with Fred too. Hi, Freda. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Ron. Hi, Frank, who I believe is in Paris. He's a really interesting scientist and also plays piano. Hi, Michael. Alan Hagyard reminds us that it's 54 in Napa. Thank you, Alan. Everybody really appreciates that. All right, I'm going to play some music for you. I think, yeah, I'm going to improvise something. I'm just going to do a free improvisation. Here we go. Whew. That was a free improvisation just for you on this Monday, February 8th, 2021. I see a comment on YouTube. I'm reading comments on YouTube and Facebook now. Ann Stevens says, 2 days in a row. This is a treat. Great, you could be here 2 days in a row, Ann. Thank you. And Matt's Blankenow says, hello, Dan. I can't see your stream on Facebook today. Anyone else having that problem? I've been having this problem for 3 or 4 weeks now, where the stream shows up for some people on Facebook and for others it doesn't, and I have no explanation so far. No idea why that's happening. And to be honest, it's annoying being beholden to that kind of situation where you're basically powerless. So I don't know. I think I might want to move this whole show to YouTube. Maybe you can weigh in on that. Daniele Pralong says, loving this downward chord progression. Thank you. And I saw AJ Shopek joined us. Said, I kind of feel like we're in Dead Poets Society, meeting regularly and having this special time. Maybe we should name this group Dan Poets Society. I like that idea. It's a great film. And Kristen Berardi is with us. Thanks, Kristen. Hi to Emily. Okay. Yeah, Grace Chu says she's using Chrome browser on a Mac. It's not showing up on Safari. So that I think is that seems to be one of the reasons. Not that that's a good reason, but one of the explanations for why it's showing up for some people on Facebook and others not. So if you're on a Mac and you're using Safari, maybe try using Chrome or Firefox, and see what happens. Yeah, Molly Shen points out that a real downside to YouTube for us is that we can't like comments or of our friends. Completely agree. Yeah, it's nice in Facebook you can respond to each other, and also it's a lot easier to maintain like kind of a connection outside of these live streams. So that's why I haven't moved it all there. But I think the solution of just reading comments in both places should work. Elliot Rosen is over on YouTube and says, read Facebook, yes, on mobile, not on laptop. YouTube is working. Yeah, so kind of weird, you know. The thing about Facebook, of course, is that you can't actually reach out to anyone. I have a friend who works in AI at Facebook, but I doubt that she would be able to put me in touch with the people who actually deal with this stuff. It's like a completely different department. Okay, I'm going to play some more music. I actually just wrote a song for you this morning. I started it at noon and finished it by 1. So why don't I play that for you? This is like a song that did not exist 2 hours ago. Let's see. I hope it's okay. I have no idea, to be honest. And now that I look at it, I feel like it might be a little bit redundant with what I just played. It's a little bit of a similar vibe, which makes sense. I mean, if I just wrote a song and then I do a free improvisation, there's a chance it's going to be a similar vibe. So yeah, Silvano Raffo says, upgrade, you write in the morning and not in the middle of the night. Yeah, I thought I'd experiment with that for once. Okay, I'm going to play something else first before I play this brand new one. In fact, I think I'm going to play a song I played with Fred Hirsch, or not with Fred Hirsch, but on the stream with Fred Hirsch, this old ballad of mine called Sweet Talk. I wrote this eons ago, like in 2007 or something like that. And I really enjoyed playing it yesterday. I think it's a nice one. And so I'm going to play that for you now. And then I'll get to the brand new one. Yeah, this is called Sweet Talk. Yeah, that was Sweet Talk, a song I wrote over 10 years ago and recorded on my album. I think it's on Oxygen. Yeah, my album Oxygen. Joyce Glasgow says that older piece is very different than your current compositions. I'm actually curious to know how you would characterize the difference. Jared Forth says, this is a beautiful composition. Love it. What was the inspiration for this piece? Hard to say, to be honest. I remember sitting down really late at night in my tiny apartment in South Slope back then, south of Park Slope in Brooklyn. It was like 2 a.m, and I had this upright that had a damper, one of those dampers that brings a layer of felt between the hammers and the strings. And so it would make this extremely delicate, muted sound that you actually hear a lot in film scores. And most of this came out then. I remember that. Daniele Prolong says, I love this. Question to the composer. How do you look at pieces you wrote a long time ago? Would you write this piece differently today with many more years of music under your sleeve? I mean, honestly, when I look at old pieces of mine that I like, where they're not, obvious glaring problems, it just feels like there are pluses and minuses. Like I understand more about music now, of course, than I did then. But at the same time, there are things that I had then that I don't have now. There's power in certain amounts of ignorance, for example. It kind of encourages you to go down paths that you might not go down if you know more about what you're doing. That's a problem with expertise. So yeah, I just think of it as almost like reading a diary that I wrote 10 years ago. It's like a different version of myself from the past. Silvana Ruffo says, true, that sounds different, like slow and soft, but also with dissonances. I don't know how to explain better. That's a good description. Yeah, I was very into dissonant intervals then. Things like, or even, things like that. Christine Dell says, just beautiful. Hello from Hell's Kitchen. David Shine, hi David, says, such an interesting silence after you are done. The space where applause once lived. Sound of my refrigerator and parakeets. It's interactive, actually. It's these live streams are interactive. I provide the music and you provide the silence or the sound of the parakeets. Haruki Sato says, I'm not sure that you explained about the back wall drawing. It's very interesting to me. Please tell us about it after playing. Right. These things here, those are Triad sculptures. They are representations in three dimensions of musical harmonies. Let's see if I can bring this up. Might be a challenge. Let's see. Actually, it's not a challenge. Yeah. So if I play a major triad. Maybe it is going to be a challenge. Oh, hold on. Let's try this. Yes, it worked. Okay, so if I play a major triad, that is a representation in 3 dimensions of a major triad. In other words, a major triad, I've explained this many times, but in a time that the lower note, the C, vibrates 4 times, in that same time, the middle note vibrates 5 times and the upper note vibrates 6 times. That's if you're doing it in just intonation, which is a tuning system, the most basic tuning system. And so if I map those vibrations on each of the three axes of 3 dimensions, this is the figure that results. And a minor triad, which is ratios 10 to 12 to 15, looks like this. A diminished one looks like this. Augmented like this. And then, of course, there are all kinds of other harmonies, you know, like what happens if I do this? Isn't that beautiful? Or let's try octaves. Spaced out octaves, even more spaced out octaves. Or let's try 3 stacked minor ninths. So as you can see, the more dissonant something is and the more complicated the figure tends to be. There's some subtleties to this too. I've decided to tune some of these figures in just intonation, others in equal temperament. So Sarah Ballantyne says, "My earrings." Hi, Sarah. And indeed, I've been making earrings and sculptures from these. And actually, you can buy the earrings. They're for sale at dantepfer.com/merch. And the earrings in silver are $30. And in bronze, they're 20. And they're pretty cool. They look really nice as earrings, I must say. dantepfer.com/merch, MERCH. Jared Forth asks, what are you using to generate the Triad graphic? Max MSP or something similar? This is part of my Natural Machines project. And in Natural Machines, here we are inside the Triad. In Natural Machines, I write the music code in Super Collider and the graphics code in processing, actually. Frank Schumann says, wait, what? I can feel this. The visuals match. This is messed up. No, it's not messed up at all. It's like, you know, these representations, these visuals are exact representations of these harmonies. So there's nothing trivial about this or random. This is what they look like. One thing I like to do is set them out of tune. And when I say that this is what they look like, I also feel that very strong emotional connection between these figures and the sound. And well we should, because they are so deeply connected. What I like to do is detune them. So let's say we start with a major triad and then I start detuning it a little bit. Like this. I'm just starting to, instead of it being those perfect 4 to 5 to 6 ratios, they start to be a little out of tune. Start with a minor and do the same thing. You can see it thickening up and going out of tune. I should probably perform that at some point in this stream. There you go. So that explains those drawings that are behind me. Hope that makes sense. Okay, what am I going to play now? I'm going to play the song that I wrote for you just 2 hours ago. This does not have a name, and as usual, I would love it if you had suggestions for a name. So please let me know. Brand new tune, just for you, written 2 hours ago. So, a brand new tune for you, just written at noon today. Sal Manieri, who's a wonderful piano technician and also a singer in upstate New York. Hi, Sal. Says, feeling a dance from this tune. Steve Cantor says, nice tune, probably just my messed up ears, but I was reminded of both Horace Silver and Antonio Carlos Jobim. So I would suggest Silver Beam. I like that. I like Silver Beam. Joyce Glasgow says, watercolors. A present red, a distant blue, a faraway sky, petals falling on a table from a porcelain vase, or of vibrant blooms aching for the warmth of sunlight to make their petals shimmer. Wow, beautiful. I'm going to write these title suggestions down. Let's see, you said Silver Beam, right? And then watercolors. AJ Shopek says Monday Caprice. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for something more specific. And Silvano Raffo says clean cut. Interesting. And Agul Abakmanova says wow, wow, wow. Ron Rosenthal says deep waters for title. I like that too, deep waters. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for Jen Detour says lunch life. That is hilarious. Nice. I'm not gonna call it that, but very funny. Nicely done. For those of you who maybe didn't realize that, that's a pun on Lush Life by Billy Strayhorn, but since I wrote it at lunchtime, this is Lunch Life. Yeah. David Shine says The Colors of Snow. Nice. Brenana Gutman, who's a wonderful classical pianist, she says, why does it need a name? Well, that's a good question, but the thing is that names are very practical. For example, one of my songs from a few months ago was named by Silvano Raffo. It's called Late Night Geometry, and as a result, people can request that. It's impossible to request it without a name. I think that's the point of names in general. Like, if every time you needed the salt, you had to say, hey, could you pass me, the thing that makes the food taste better? It's kind of white. It shakes out of that thing. That would be really, it'd be slow going. And so names are very helpful in that way. Same thing for this. And sometimes, of course, titles can be more than that. They can illuminate how we hear music, especially music that doesn't have words. Joyce Glasgow says, I now request Late Night Geometry. Of course. Yeah. I feel like I saw a comment earlier where I can't remember who it was, but someone asked what stacked fourths look like in Triad sculpture. So I think I want to show you that. Let's see. Stacked fourths. So stacked fourths, that's this sound. And I'll show you what that looks like. That's how it looks like. That is what stacked fourths look like. And maybe I should point something out, which is that all these harmonies look the same in any key, right? So if I do it in C, or if I do it in A, or if I do it in F sharp or E flat, they look the same. And the reason for that is that the ratios between the tones remain the same. If I do like a major triad in C, it's still ratios 4 to 5 to 6. If I do it in A flat, still 4 to 5 to 6. It doesn't matter what key it's in. These are just relationships between frequencies. Those are stacked fourths. Stacked fifths look like this. Kristen Berardi says, I think this would lend itself well to words, actually. Well, Kristen, please write some and let's play it together. I'll send you the chart. And Silvano Raffo requests that I play something with Triad sculpture. I'd like to do that. The only issue is that I don't have the sound set up to come into the live stream, because an important part of this algorithm is that when I play these harmonies, I generate the sound in just intonation of these harmonies in the computer. So I think I'm going to do it. I'll do it next week. And now, what am I going to play? Maybe I should do, you know what, as a consolation, I'm going to do Tremolo from Natural Machines, which I haven't done in a while on this live stream. So yeah, this is going to be Tremolo, a free improvisation with my algorithm Tremolo. not Triad sculpture, tremolo from my project Natural Machines, and you know, I should make it clear that every time I play with that algorithm, I'm doing free improvisation. So it's not like it's a written piece. It's just it's an algorithm that I wrote and then I improvise with. Molly Shen says that was a tour de force. Thank you very much, Molly. Thank you for your support and your enthusiasm. I really appreciate it. AJ Shopek says, whoa, amazing stuff. Don't you all think this should be shown live on the Times Square Toshiba Vision screen? That's a freaking great idea. Let's make that happen. I hope somebody knows somebody. Joyce Glasgow says, these visual patterns remind me of designs on three-dimensional objects by the Russian suprematist artists of the early 20th century. Wow, maybe you can point me to some examples of that. I actually just went to see a show at MoMA that showcased collage art, mainly from the Soviet Union, from like 30s and 40s, actually 20s as well, 20s, 30s, 40s. That was amazing, and I can see a little bit of a similarity in aesthetic between those and what I'm doing here. So there's another thing I wanted to play for you today. I wanted to play a song by Fred Hirsch, since I played some of them with him yesterday. There's a song of his called "A Lark." We didn't get to that yesterday. We ran out of time, and I thought that'd be nice to play something by Fred. So this is "A Lark" by Fred Hirsch. A Lark by Fred Hirsch, which is a song he wrote for Kenny Wheeler, actually, great trumpeter, Kenny Wheeler. Do you guys have any requests today? I noticed some requests earlier, but let me see. I think they were quite a bit earlier, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to go all the way back. Let me know. Carol McGoffin says, so lovely. And Mark Hilliard Wilson says, would you be open to briefly showing how the rhythms work with these intervals? So coming back to the triad sculpture, thing, the rhythms, yeah. So let's just look at a major triad, which is ratios 4 to 5 to 6. If I play that major triad in the time that the lower tone, the C, vibrates 4 times, the upper tone, the E, vibrates 5 times. So that's this rhythm, 4 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and the upper part of that triad, which is E to G, those are ratios 5 to 6. So in the time that the E vibrates 5 times, the G vibrates 6 times. So that's a little harder for a rhythm, but it goes like this. Bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. I need to practice that a little more. But that's 5 to 6. So if you recorded what I just snapped with my fingers and sped it up about 100 times, you will literally hear those sounds. And actually, I wrote a whole blog post on this. If you're interested in that idea, go to dantepfer.com/blog, and the post is called "Pitch Rhythm Duality." It's in the favorites. You can find it right away. Mark Hilliard Wilson says, love this, thank you. Crazy rhythms. Yeah, those are pretty cool rhythms. I've used the 5 to 4 rhythm quite a bit in compositions of mine. Okay, I'm looking at requests. Marlia requests more Joni Mitchell. Oh, Joyce Glasgow requests That Shorter Tune. So that's a Wayne Shorter tune, because Joyce had asked me to play something that the group Palladium played at Smalls on Saturday, but unfortunately I didn't have the time to actually look at what you sent me, Joyce, and figure out what tune it was. On the other hand, I thought I might play a different Wayne Shorter tune, one that I don't believe I've ever played on this stream before. This is called Iris by Wayne Shorter. Beautiful song. I hope you enjoy this. Actually, should we do this with the Disclavier drums thing? I think that might be fun. Give it a little extra something. I'm gonna put some screws in my piano, and that way we'll have some percussion. I'm getting faster at putting these screws in, actually. But I got to put them in the right place. That's very important. There we go. And mute the bass. There we go. So let's see. Yeah. So Iris is a song by Wayne Shorter, again, that that's in 3. It's like da, da, da. It goes like this. And so let's see. I want to do a groove that's in 3. So I'm going to do. That's 6, right? So we're going to do 12 subdivisions for this rhythm, and let's see what happens if we do something like this. So. No, I think, interesting. I actually have a problem here. I need 6, not, yeah. Well, I'll try 12. Okay, yeah, 12 should work. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Wayne Shorter's Iris, beautiful song, with some disclavier accompaniment. Val Castellan on YouTube asks, do you have specific associations between colors and notes? I don't, actually. I have friends who do. I have friends who have synesthesia, but I don't. In this one, I'm just trying to convey the three different things that are happening, right? There's, on the bottom, there's that kind of turquoise that was the bass notes of this algorithmic percussion thing I have going on. On the top, there are the red notes, which were the top part of that percussion thing, is more like the snare drum and the cymbal. And the white notes in the middle, that's what I was playing. So I just want to differentiate those things. That is really that was the goal with that. Jen Detour says, such beautiful Shorter. Marilia Reese says, an Alexander Calder mobile made musically and visually mobile those disclavier discs. I like that. I'm actually a huge Calder fan, Alexander Calder fan, not only of his mobiles, but also of many of the other things he did. Like he made beautiful sculptures out of wire. He made kitchen utensils. He made trying to think. He made some paintings, I believe. Anyway, I love Calder. I love pretty much everything I've seen of his. I think it might be time to play one last one. Let's see if you guys had another request. Oh, I saw earlier that, yes, Alan Haggard says his circus. And actually, I'm sorry that I second-guessed myself, because I was thinking of his circus, and then I thought to myself, wait, is that Marcel Duchamp? But yeah, he made this really amazing circus. There was a show at MoMA years ago of his stuff that was, kind of lesser known, because obviously he's so famous for his mobiles. So yeah, I saw that that Losi Pfeiffer earlier requested something sung. So I think I'll sing something. Yeah, what am I going to sing though? How about there was a request for a bossa nova by Joe Beam yesterday, and we didn't get to that. So I'm gonna sing. How about Quiet Nights? I'm gonna try that. Here we go. Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and a window looking on the mountains and the sea. How lovely, this is where I want to be, here with you so close to me, until the final flicker of life's ember. I who was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter, tragic joke, have found with you the meaning of existence, oh my love.
Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet walks by quiet streams, quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, and a window looking on the mountains and the sea. How lovely. This is where I want to be, here with you so close to me, until the final flicker of life's ember. I, who was lost and lonely, believing that life was only a bitter, tragic joke, have found with you the meaning of existence, oh my love. Oh my love. Oh my love.
Jobim's Quiet Nights, or Corcovado, yeah, which is probably what I should call it. That's the title in Brazilian, in Portuguese. Marlia Reese says, why oh why haven't I ever used earbuds for these live streams before? The sound goes right into the bloodstream and resonates in the cranium. Thank you for that. You know, I've put a lot of effort into trying to make these live streams sound as good as possible. And I think they do, I think they do hold up on earphones, definitely, or on a nice sound system. So, yeah. Thanks for that. Mark Hilliard Wilson says, thanks, Dan. Such a great start to the week. AJ Chopek says, I feel so spoiled. Thanks. Thank you. And Jen Tour says, just beautiful. Cecile stepping in again. Your voice has beautifully evolved. No, I haven't gotten another lesson with Cecile McLaurin-Salvant, although that would be nice. But the reality is I just need to practice more because I don't sing very much. I kind of sing occasionally in the shower. But I should probably practice more. It has been an absolute joy playing for you today. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to mention already that 2 weeks from yesterday, February 21st, I'm going to be playing my program Goldberg Variations. It's going to be solo. It's a program where I play the Goldberg Variations, and then after each one of the Goldberg Variations, I improvise a variation of my own. And I'm going to be doing that February 21st at 3 p.m. New York time, which, as you know, is 9 p.m. in Paris, 8 p.m. in London, and I think 5 a.m. in Tokyo, etc. And tickets are $5 at dantepfer.com/TIX. So I hope you can join us for that. That's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be really fun. And more importantly, it's going to be in celebration of completing Bach Upside Down, which now I have to get done in the next 2 weeks. So thanks again to you all. Thanks to Val Castellan, who's on YouTube. Thanks to you all on Facebook. Thanks to Freda, my cousin Freda Tepfer. And I will see you next week. I'll see you next Monday. Looking forward to that. In the meantime,